Sitting at your desk does not have to be a pain in the neck. And we're going to talk about that today, okay? Have you ever noticed how at the end of the day, your body might feel creaky after sitting at your desk the whole time? Well, that's usually because what we try to do generally is to modify our body to fit our workspace. What we're going to talk about in this video is how to modify the workspace to fit your body. And I'm going to use three principles that are universal. So regardless of your body type, these will apply and will be useful immediately. Okay, so tip number one has to do with the monitor. Okay, the most important part generally of a workstation is the computer, and the monitor being the highlight of that computer. The distance from the monitor and the height of the monitor are very important in terms of taking strain off of the back, particularly the neck. So in terms of distance, you want to have about 2 to 3 feet, 24 to 36 inches, so to reduce eye strain. Also, if it's a touch screen, it reduces the overreach that you might have to perform in order to reach that screen. And then in terms of the screen height, you want your gaze to fall upon the top 1/3 of that monitor, preferably the top edge, okay? But the top 1/3 is a good rule, particularly if you're wearing progressives, okay, progressive lenses. And then the next thing I'd like to talk about is your access to the tools on your desk. So how the distance to the tools that you're using, also to prevent and avoid overreach. You want those tools to be really close. The keyboard should be right there with armrests that support your arms to take stress off the shoulder and the neck. The mouse immediately available as well. And if you're using a phone, a headset is a good strategy to take reach out of this situation. Plus it also helps to avoid staring down at the phone all the time, and which can cause tech neck, a problem with neck pain. And then a document holder is also another good strategy for a document, so you're not always having to reach for your document, and it's in really good view at a really nice angle, once again reducing any kind of strain of the neck and also any kind of eye strain in terms of where that placement of that document is. And thirdly, very important tool in the workspace, and that's the chair. The chair is preferably adjustable up and down, not necessary, but it does help. So in sitting in a chair, you want your feet to be flat on the ground. Once that's accomplished, then you want to assure that your knee height is at or just slightly below hip level. That's going to allow for a neutral pelvic spine, which then allows for a neutral spine. This takes most of the stress off the low back, but the full spine as well. So another aspect of the chair is to have your knees, the back of your knees about 1 inch to 1.5 inches from the front of the chair. Okay, so those are some really good tips that you can employ immediately, and I'm going to give you an action to do as well. And that's what I call the 20-20-20 rule. This is really cool. You set your alarm for 20 minutes, and every 20 minutes you take a 20-second break and you gaze at an object 20 feet in the distance. This is going to go a long way to reduce eye strain and also to reduce neck strain, because where there's eye strain, there's neck strain. That's part of the tech neck equation. So thank you for listening, and I will see you next time.